We will now go to the successor agency consent calendar. All matters listed on the consent calendar may be approved with one motion. Items may be removed from the consent calendar by any member. Those items removed will be considered immediately after the consent calendar. Does anyone wish to pull any items from the successor agency consent calendar? Are there any public comments on the consent calendar? Do we have anyone on Zoom?
There are no raised hands on Zoom.
Thank you. May I have a motion for consent calendar item number 1?
I'll move Ibarra.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion by member Ibarra, seconded by member Davis to approve the consent calendar. Chair Lopez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Larios,
Yes.
member Davis,
Yes.
member Merlot,
Yes.
member Ibarra.
Yes.
Motion carries.
We will now go on to new business. Agenda item number 2 is the 2022 refunding tax allocation bonds preliminary official statement. Finance Director Williams will present the staff report.
Yes, good morning, Honorable Chair and members of the Successor Board. We have just one item for consideration this morning, the 2022 refunding tax allocation bond preliminary official statement. So by way of background, earlier this year in February, the Successor agency appointed Ramirez and Company as underwriter for this bond refunding, as well as HDL for consulting services, Stradling as bond counsel, and the BLX as our financial advisor. The preliminary official statement is a detailed description of the terms of the bond. This will become part of the indenture, the actual agreement. And the bond refunding is approximately 27 million. To date, we last week and just received the official notice of the bond rating, which actually is improved rating to an A+ with some very favorable comments regarding the city and the business, its relationship to the business community. The next action will be pricing of the bond later this month in a couple of weeks. All of those cited are present via Zoom. Should the board have any questions? That concludes our report.
Thank you. Are there any questions for staff at this time? Are there any public comments? Any on Zoom?
There are no raised hands on Zoom.
Thank you. May I have a motion for item number 2?
I'll move Ibarra.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by member Ibarra, seconded by member Davis to adopt resolution number SA 29, approving the form of a preliminary official statement to deem it final under Rule 15C2-12 and authorizing certain other actions in connection with 2022 refunding tax allocation bonds. I'll call the roll. Chair Lopez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Larios,
Yes.
member Merlot,
Yes.
member Davis,
Yes.
member Ibarra.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We'll now go on to oral reports. Are there any reports from the members or staff?
No.
Seeing that there are none, with no further business, I adjourn the successor agency meeting at 9:10 and reconvene the city council meeting.